Jack Welch also had the great, brilliant management program of let's fire the bottom 10% of the workforce every year. Yes. I wanted to be a student of that. I'm like, Dr. Jimmy, tell me why he would want to do that. For improvement. He says, why do you think he wants to do that for improvement? Because the bottom 10% of the people make the most mistakes? How do you know? I don't know how I'd know that. How would I know that? He goes, you wouldn't know that. That's why that's a stupid concept. Don't do it. Okay, I got it. Now, where does the bottom 10% of the employee workforce come from? As I cowered in my corner and said, well, I think it's from those employee rating and ranking sheets that we're doing. He's like, yes, good, ding, 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 you're going to get a gold star here. And he said, what are you doing with those? I said, well, I'm embarrassed to tell you, Dr. Deming, that I just spent $1 million with Arthur Anderson to create the world's best merit rating system. And he goes, stupid child, stupid child, stupid child. We've got to fix this immediately. So he says, take it out. I said, well, I haven't even got through paying them yet. I'm paying them out in quarterly installments. He said, take it out. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm sorry, but I can't. He goes, okay, I'm going to teach you why you never want to go down this road again. I said, okay, all right. So I continued to pay. I continued to have people write these forms out. This was a great exercise. He had so much fun doing this with me, Claire. It was beauty to behold because he never cracked a smile as he'd send me off on these little missions, knowing exactly what was going to happen to me. And I believed him. Like, I believed it was going to get better. So he said, bring your ratings and ranking sheets to me. Let's talk about this. Because he wanted it gone. And I said, I can't possibly do this because I just paid them a whole lot of money to come in and give me the best one in the world. And he said, I'm going to teach you why. You never want to do this. You wasted a whole bunch of money and now you've made people more unhappy in their work. And you're causing all your managers to lie to all these poor people about who they are and what they do. I said, why? They're supposed to put down the exact thing. He said, well, come on, we'll see this. So I bring him the forms. Classic Arthur Anderson appraisal forms. Now, the first thing we talked about, Dr. Deming and I, was about the word annual. Annual. Any of y'all have those or know of those? Okay, so annual ratings, right? The annual rating form. He says, go study how the annual rating form is put together by your managers. I said, okay. So I pop around and, it's about November. These things are due, next month. And I see them stacked up on people's desks, and I go around, and I'm kind of like, oh, so there's your merit rating form. How are you doing with that? Oh, no problem. When are you going to have this filled out? Oh, I'll have it in a couple weeks, Paula. By the deadline, no problem. Well, can you tell me how you're going to do that? How's it going to work for you? Well, I've got this many that work for me. I got a stack here. Their names are on it. I've had the training from HR. They've come around and taught me what to do. And here's the rating. Here's the scale. And here's what a 5 is, and here's what a 6 is, and here's what a 7. And I got all the operational definitions. I got it. Okay, so you're not really filling them out a little bit at a time. Like, do you have a diary or something that you're keeping on all these people that work for you? Oh, no. Diary? What are you talking about? I said, well, how do you know if it's annual? Like, Did you know they did something good in January, something bad in February, something good in March, something good in April? Oh, no, I have no idea. So, okay, so how do you fill these things out? Well, I get there the day before they're due, probably, because, I'm real busy. I'm really busy. And so, therefore, I've got this 24 hours left to fill this thing out. You're laughing, I can tell. You've done this before, haven't you? I love this because I get to be Dr. Deming now. So they said, I just sort of fill it out with my memory. Oh, okay. Well, your memory. So you can remember back what happened in January? Because, I can't remember what happened yesterday. No, it's fine, Paula. I've got this picture, this view of Joe and Jane and Mary and Tom and Bruce, and I got this. Okay, great. Now, you're going to get in this room 24 hours before this is due, and you're going to fill out this, 3-page form. And it's all these, 1 through 7, 1 through 10, 1 through this, 1 through that, right? And at the end, you're going to add it all up. You're going to weight it, with this weighting formula that my HR group's going to give you, and then you're going to send that in. Yep, that's right. Okay. Well, can I just ask you another question? How do you decide if you can't remember about January, February, or March, and you got only 24 hours to fill this thing out and send it in? How do you remember if Joe or Jane or whatever is a 2 or a 5 or a 9? Oh, I got that. Everybody is a 5 or a 6 unless they screwed me over in the past couple weeks and I'm pissed off at them. Seriously. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Oh, okay. All right. Well, then let me have the forms when you're done, and I've got to make copies of these things because I've got to take them up to show them to Dr. Deming. So we collect them. Just what Dr. Deming told me. He said, because you're putting pay with this, because you're putting a monetary value on this discussion, really nothing is going to happen constructively. It's all going to be destructive, and no one's going to tell the truth, and you're probably going to rate yourself higher than you really are. So I said, okay. So when it all got totaled up and all got added up, bell curve, just guess where we came out in a scale of 0 to 10. With 10 being great and 0 being horrible. Horrible, you're fired the next day. What my average was.
8.
It was 8.8. It was 8.8. It was walking on water, for goodness sake. So now I'm all got my head down. I'm like, oh no, I've got to take this stuff up and show it to Dr. Deming. He's going to kill me. I know what he's going to say because it's 8.8. That was graded the best in class of any group of team members ever that ever walked the face of the earth that are currently walking on water. And I knew the next question he was going to have was, well, how's that working for you? Because I'm on probation with my largest customer. And I'm sitting there going, oh my goodness. So now I'm looking forward to the lecture I'm going to get. And I'm going to be put in the corner with a dunce cap on. And I'm going to now say, man, you were right. Next question. You ready to give your system up yet? You ready to give this thing up? It's not a system. Are you ready to give it up? I said, no. Let me try it one more time. I said, I think I can do this because I called the guy that you put me to call with Ford Motor Company, and they're doing it this way, ABC. They're doing ABCs, and they're doing it statistically. So you have to they put a statistical control chart on there. And I think that's the way to go. He's like, okay, all right. Have at it. So in December, I come back, we feverishly change the scale, we write all new operational definitions, much tighter, put 10 times more training focus against it, all through December. No one can go on vacation because we're all getting new training on the merit system. We have now January launch, all ABCs, all statistical. Isn't this great? I'm so happy this is going to work great. I'm all excited. Get to the end of the year. Guess what we got rated? Rated ourselves. A's. A's. All A's. All maybe like middle B to the plus side. Almost A. I know what he's going to say again. How's that working for you? Well, we're maybe just a little better than we were the year before. I realized it hit me. We've done all this work. We spent all this time. We spent all this energy in December. We spent all these angry hours and conversations arguing about whether we're A, B, or C, and it meant nothing. It meant absolutely nothing to the business or to the company. It meant nothing to the daily worker. The only thing it meant was I got a little conversation with my boss. I got a lot of crap about what I was doing wrong, and they said, I'm going to go ahead and put you as a B++ so you can get your 25 cents an hour or whatever salary increase. And the whole thing broke down because of the money attached to it. And that's what Dr. Deming kept saying. Real conversations won't happen. Real issues won't get discussed until you take the money away, until you make it about that person, until you make it a daily discussion, and don't write it down. And all you do with these forms is career plan. That is the only benefit of writing any of this stuff down, and trying to say it's annual is junk. It is not annual, and it has no meaning. So why do you want to continue to do this? And after a year and a half, I held my hand up with a white napkin in it, and I said, I give up. I wrote the last check to Arthur Anderson, and the next day, I scrapped the whole thing. Scrapped the whole thing.